Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, your support, feedback, and comments. Always welcome. Keep them coming. Thank you. And always a big thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so busy and occupied and happy with doing personal one-on-one readings. Always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. So thank you to both my regular clients and my new clients as well. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you haven't read with me before, you've forgotten it, the information, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About button for more information and my contact details. And you can also find my contact details attached to the description of every video that I post. I do a wide variety of readings, love and romance, of course, compatibility charting, relationship potential. I also do readings and specific spreads for separation, divorce, reconciliation as well. Career, work, and finance readings, career path, investment issues. I do 6 and 12-month life overviews, which look at what's coming in your life, in every main sector of your life for the next 6 or 12 months, depending on which one block of time you want to look at. And I also offer monthly package deals for those of you who like regular monthly or biweekly readings moving forward. And I also do channeled messages from passed on loved ones and gift readings as well. I always get requests other times of the year for personal readings as gifts as birthday presents and anniversaries and whatnot. But Christmas, we are in the holiday season and approaching Christmas, and I always get a lot of requests for personal readings as Christmas gifts. So there's always that option. Nothing more personal than a personal reading as a gift to someone, friends, family, loved ones. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I do readings full-time 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do, so turnaround time is pretty quick. I can always get back with you within the same day or the same 24 hours of your initial contact with more information. And scheduling a personal reading is pretty fast too, anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time we can set up a reading for you live or record it. So email me if you're interested. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under the same name, Irish Gypsy. That contact information is also under the About button and the description bar of every video I post. Instantgo is a smartphone app. It's really great. It's quick, efficient, fast to use. Kind of puts me at your fingertips 24/7, unless I'm sleeping or occupied, of course. It's fast answers for fast questions. If you have a quick decision you need to make, or you just met someone, you want to take a look at it, or you've got an issue that's come up, you just need a fast answer or two to a quick question or two. It's not the deep, longer, intensive, complex readings, but it's for, things on the fly, questions, answers on the fly. You can do 1 or 2 questions or lengthen it into a short little chat reading via text. They also have a video chat option as well, which is cool. So check that out for those of you that are interested. I have clients, regular clients, that actually do both. We do the in-depth, deeper readings for things they want a more intensive look at, and then they hit me up sometimes on Instantgo for fast answers for something that just came up or something they want a quick look at. So check those out if you can. Make sure to watch your rising and your moon sign videos as well. They may play out a little more predictively for you than your primary sun sign. There's a lot of you watching. They're general readings, so they're going to play out differently for different people, different areas of your life. But of course, the energy, as I always say, fundamentally remains the same. So if you know your rising and your moon sign as well, watch those videos for additional clarification. So moving right along, this reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for the month of December 2017. Let's see what's going on for our lovely Scorpions. Scorpio for December 2017. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, we have the 3 of Swords, followed by the 10 of Swords. We have the Page of Cups, followed by the 9 of Swords. The Queen of Cups, followed by the Ace of Cups. And the 9 of Cups, followed by the Knight of Swords. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy for the month of December and guidance is the Hanging Man, Just because I've been doing it for a lot of the signs, I'm going to look at what else is behind that crowning energy, the Two of Pentacles. A lot of similar energy for the signs this month about different variations on kind of waiting, thinking, contemplating, waiting on a decision to be made or to know about a decision that's being made, or waiting to make a decision and kind of thinking about things in the meantime. A strong theme of that in different areas of life, a lot with love and romance, or in the relationship areas of lives I've seen for most of the signs so far. And I'm kind of feeling that for you as well. We have, let's see, One Pentacles, Four Swords, Four Cups. So a lot of mostly air energy and water energy. So mental, cerebral thinking, psychological thinking energy, and cups is water. It's emotional, feeling, relationship energy too. And as I always say, it's a general reading. It's going to play out differently. Details and specifics are always going to vary, of course, because there's so many of you watching. Everybody's so different and unique. You can translate this into job, work, and career, spirituality, but I have to tell you, I'm feeling first and foremost pretty much it's in the relationship sector of your life. The nature of that relationship may vary. Some of you, it may be your love romance partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, spouse. For others of you, it could be a different relationship, but it's a very close, connected, emotional relationship. There's a lot of feeling, emotion, and thought going on for December. I'm actually going to start with your crowning card. We have the Hanging Man, Major Arcana card. It's the only Major Arcana card you have. It's a card, it can represent feeling like you're in stasis, in limbo, that you're waiting. But there's an underlying sense, and I'm feeling this guidance and advice as well, about being at peace with it, knowing that it's temporary, all things pass, and this too will. I feel like a lot of you in the emotional relationship area of your life are waiting on, it could be waiting on somebody else to make a decision which is going to affect your relationship or how you move forward or don't move forward perhaps together. For some of you, this may be you that are taking the time. Somebody may be waiting for you, maybe your partner may be waiting for you to make a decision. The Hanging Man can represent feeling like you're in stasis and limbo. There's a lack of movement. For those of you who are feeling that, nothing's ever static. There's always energy moving and shifting, even if you can't feel it. The Hanging Man is also guidance about withdrawing and being at peace in the situation that you're at. You can see he's hanging upside down in what appears to be maybe an uncomfortable or awkward position, but he's at peace with it. He's not fighting it. This can represent withdrawing from conflict or withdrawing from whatever the struggle is, and just allowing things to play out as they're meant to. Divine timing and orchestration, allowing things to unfold, particularly if you're waiting on something, waiting on a decision, which if it's in the emotional realm of your life, which I feel like it is for most, if not all of you, that can be kind of difficult and challenging, but it's also temporary. It will pass. Some of you may be the ones who are kind of withdrawing and contemplating because you're the one that needs to make the decision in the relationship, because I looked at the card behind the Hanging Man for your overall energy for December. We have the Two of Pentacles. Twos can represent, that juggling energy kind of going back and forth as well. So there's that sense kind of playing out over December, but the last half, and in the first half of December, and I am recording these in the last week of November, the end of November, the first half of December looks like it may be more emotionally challenging. The last half, it actually plays out. It looks quite beautiful. And of course, because this is a general reading and timing is always fluid anyway, the timing at which this plays out throughout kind of the end of November and throughout December may vary for those of you. But for the majority of you, any challenging areas I feel are kind of at the end of November, beginning of December, particularly with the first couple of cards. We have the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, never really cards you want to see, particularly if it's in the relationship, emotion area of your life. But I feel like whatever event caused these emotions, I feel like for most, if not all of you, while the emotion of it is still fresh and kind of ongoing, the incident, whatever it was, is already over. It's happened. So swords is air energy. It's mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. That's the element which governs the suit of swords. And in the tarot, that's about, it's cerebral energy. It's psychological. It's about what goes on up in our heads, how we look at things, perspectives, perceptions, our belief systems, how we think, and how that affects the way that we relate to the world and people in the world around us. The Three of Swords is a card of more emotional content. It can be a card of of emotional pain, heartache, heartbreak. Sometimes it can represent breakups in relationships. Sometimes it can represent pain, due to third party or infidelity. It could be that for some of you as well. For others of you, I feel like wasn't caused by infidelity or cheating in a relationship. It's something different, but still painful nonetheless. And it's accompanied by the Ten of Swords, which is another card that's kind of difficult as well. But it represents that it's behind you, that it's actually over, even though the emotions and the healing is still kind of playing out. Because in the tarot, tens represent cycles ending, something coming to an end or coming to a culmination, an achievement, a finishing stage. The positive aspect of the Ten of Swords, it's sometimes called the stabbed in the back card. It can represent feeling a deep sense of betrayal or unexpected betrayal. The positive aspect of it is that it's over. Whatever put this man face down on the ground, whatever it is that's happened, Scorpio, it's done. It's behind you. The worst is over. There's a healing light shining through these swords. You can see the sun is rising in the background, a new day is dawning, and the animals are beginning to return to the scene. So while it looks like it was very challenging or even painful and traumatic, the worst is over. It's time to kind of stand up and allow the healing process to kind of begin. And again, I feel quite strongly that for the majority of you, if not all of you, the emotions, meaning the consequences of the event that kind of preceded these emotions, is already done. It's over with. And now you're just kind of working through and waiting. So for some of you, I feel like someone hurt you quite badly, and even though you can translate this energy or transfer this energy into other areas of your life, I feel like it's a primary relationship, love and romance for a lot of you, but it could be somebody else, although the relationship was very close and emotional. I feel like there's two different sides of the story here, and it's which side you're on is going to vary, of course, according to what's going on in your life. Someone did something in the relationship, your partner, someone you were very close connected to, that hurt you quite badly and really took you off guard. It was unexpected. For some of you, Scorpio, you are the one that hurt your partner quite badly in an unexpected way, and there's this sense of kind of betrayal and deep hurt. It's you're on one side or the other side. Again, if it's not a love romance partner, it's somebody else. But again, the relationship was very close, emotionally connected, which is where the level of this pain, this emotion is coming from. And I feel like this waiting energy is kind of either for those of you who, and I don't feel like the pain was intentional. Even though at the time that whatever this was done happened, whoever did it, whether it's you or the other person, the partner, whoever did it to whoever, I feel like you knew at the time it wasn't right, but your intention was not actually for it to be found out or for the partner, you or your partner, to be hurt. That wasn't this. I don't feel like this was a premeditated, I'm playing this off, I'm deliberately, I don't feel like it was anything like that. Which can be part of what makes it so emotionally challenging. And I feel like both of you in this relationship know that. Like whoever hurt who, I feel like both of you know that it wasn't, you never wanted to hurt that person, and you believe that they didn't want to hurt you, kind of thing. So next to that, and I feel that quite strongly. So next to that is the Page of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So here we have the emotional energy, the Cups energy here in the tarot. That's the element that governs the suit of cups. And in the tarot, this energy manifests in the emotional feeling relationship area of our life. Pages can represent young people or children. They often represent messengers, which is what I'm getting quite strongly here. They can represent being at the introductory path of something because it's young, fresh, new energy, being at the beginning. I'm getting messages too as well, and actually a sense of trying to feel hopeful on an emotional level, emotional messages. And I feel like this is just directly, if you're the one that hurt your partner, you guys are in the process, or you've had at least some conversations about it, and you're making an offer, you've apologized sincerely, it won't happen again, this is what happened, just kind of talking about it, trying to come to an understanding of it. If you're the one that was hurt by your partner, they've come to you with the same message. And again, this is where this waiting feeling is, because it's like, for some of you, it's going to be, you automatically both decide to make a decision, you're going to move through it together. Some of you, it may have been resulting in a breakup, but for a lot of you, there's a sense of either Your partner is waiting on you to see if this is something that you decide that you can move through together and heal together and rebuild the trust together. If it's you that hurt your partner, again, same thing. You're waiting on them to see if, can we really get through this and move through it together? And there's a lot of anxiety kind of and stress around this message, and either waiting to see how it plays out with your partner or them waiting for you. There's a lot of anxiety, too much anxiety and stress in that Nine of Swords, which accompanies this emotional message. This is overthinking about it, obsessing on it, dwelling only on the negative of it, staying up late at night, just kind of over focusing on it. This is a card that often comes up when you're fearful about the future. You're actually pre-writing a script that hasn't happened yet. It doesn't really fit the reality of the situation itself. Not to say that the situation isn't real and valid, but this card usually comes up when it's too much. There's too much thinking about it. There's too much obsession, too much focus on the negative, too much about the fear of the future. What if this happens, and what if this doesn't happen? And when this card comes up, it's always there's always accompanying advice and guidance to pull back from that, continue living your life, even though it may be kind of difficult to kind of go around, do your day-to-day routine and things like that. And we're in the holiday season too, which can be kind of challenging as well for people on an emotional level. But don't future trip. Don't write a script that hasn't happened yet. Don't invite trouble where it hasn't come knocking on your door yet. Let it go to the best of your ability. I mean, forewarned is forearmed. That's why we do these readings. So knowing this ahead of time, knowing that this may be a challenge for you in the month of December, particularly in the last of November and the first half of December, because I feel a shift around the middle of December. This energy feels a lot more present. So just kind of be vigilant about that. So next we have, so we're at right around the middle of the month or so, time being somewhat fluid, as I always say. And it looks like there's a shift of energy, a really beautiful shift of energy for a lot of you. This may not be for all of you. Again, some of you may decide, regardless of which side of the story you're on, the decision may happen that you can't move forward together with this person and, rebuild trust or get past it, get through it. But I think that for a lot of you, the majority of you watching this, because this is how it's coming out and this is what I'm feeling, there is going to be a moving through this, even though, of course, it's going to be step-by-step process whenever trust is breached. Even if you love each other and you agree to move forward, it's a process. It takes kind of rebuilding and moving through that in a healthy way, not forgetting what's happened, but not dwelling on it and painting the other person or vice versa with that paintbrush always, because then you can't really move forward. So I feel like there's this lovely shift of energy somewhere around the middle of the month or so, because we have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. The Queen of Cups, water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like for a lot of you, this is you, Scorpio. Showing up as a queen. I mean, it can be male, female. It's a general reading. Even in personal readings, sometimes when gender, when the gender comes up, it can represent just a more feminine aspect of a male client in a situation that we're looking at, or vice versa. But kings and queens generally represent people who have reached the mastery of their suit, meaning that they've matured and grown and evolved beyond the young, immature energy of the page, the spontaneous, impulsive energy of the knight, and they've reached kind of that queen, king energy. The queen has a bit more of a feminine or nurturing energy to it, but it's very similar to the king. So this is a Queen of Cups. So cups is emotions, feelings, relationships. So this is somebody who's emotionally balanced. She's able to access and tap her feelings and be a feeling and emotional person, but not ruled by them in a negative way. This is somebody who's likely very loving, nurturing, always knows the right thing to say, great source of emotional support, feedback, love. And I feel like this is you, kind of being in this position, if you were the one that were hurt, kind of offering up love and forgiveness and let's see what we need to do to move forward. If you were the one that hurt the other person, again, same sort of thing, having the humility. True humility is actually just admitting and knowing who and what we are. It has nothing to do with, being degraded or anything like that. It's just truth and reality of who we are. You know, asking for forgiveness and figuring out how you can realistically move forward through this and begin to start rebuilding trust between the two of you. There's for those of you who go through this process, there's a coming together, and you're moving forward with a deeper sense of awareness, understanding through as you move forward, which can sometimes happen. I do see happen with couples who really do truly love each other and are committed to the relationship with each other, and often, even though they may go through, you know, breaches of trust. Ooh, my music just took a hit up. You'll find that couples who go through it in the healthy way are actually stronger. They have a deeper kind of wisdom, insight, and clarity about themselves, about their partner, about what it really takes to sustain a real life, day-to-day relationship. There's this new kind of understanding and awareness as you begin to move forward, because the Queen of Cups is paired with the Ace of Cups. Aces represent the one. We're at the beginning. Opportunities. It's the Ace of Cups. So this is new emotional awakenings, the heart opening again. It can represent new love and romance, which it may be for some of you. You may be meeting somebody that helps you overcome some pain or betrayal of the past. For the majority of you, I feel like this is already an ongoing relationship. There's a sense of maybe a new beginning in a more realistic understanding, awareness moving forward. Beautiful energy. And then towards the end of the month, we have the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I love how this plays out. The Nine of Cups is generally nicknamed the wish fulfillment card, the getting what you want card, the having what you want card. Sometimes I've heard people refer to it as the winning the lottery card. It's a card about having your cups overflow, having an abundance, having so much, more than enough for yourself that you're sharing it all with family and friends. It's just a lovely, lovely overabundance of feeling and sharing it. We're also in the holiday season too, so this can also be about, you know, spending time with family and friends and loved ones. But I feel like specifically with this situation, this relationship issue, most of you, if not all of you, but most of you are there's going to be a shift somewhere in the month of December. For a lot of you, it's going to be somewhere around the middle. And you do decide to move forward into a new beginning in a more real, deep, grounded sort of way. And that Nine of Cups, and you're feeling really, really happy about it as well. And that Nine of Cups is paired with a Knight of Swords, Knights being the bringers and deliverers. They typically represent something being brought to you and the speed at which a situation moves. Usually fast-moving energy, because Knights are known for charging forward, being spontaneous and impulsive. So this is what this Knight would be bringing, whether it's you or the other person, is sword energy, air energy, words, ideas, communication, conversations, news, messages, information. And it's all clarifying and supporting this Nine of Cups. So I do feel like there's conversations that are happening. Again, awareness, understanding, moving forward. You're beginning again. It hasn't, of course, nothing can cancel out what has, but it's just in a deeper, more healthy sense. You're moving forward. You're beginning again. In a better and more real way. It's very similar to a reading I had yesterday for one of the other signs. I don't remember who it was, but also something similar to that as well. And again, there I saw a positive outcome, or positive, very much a potential and opportunity for positive outcome for most, if not all, of the people watching as well. So beautiful, lovely reading, Scorpio. Very happy to bring it to you. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope that it brought you some insight, some clarity, some validation, some hope too, because there's a lot to be had here. Thank you for watching it. That pretty much wraps up your December 2017 general reading. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December 2017 mid-month readings. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal, tailored just for you, one-on-one reading, feel free to contact me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. For quick answers to quick questions, something on the fly, you can also find me on the smartphone Instantgo app under Irish Gypsy. And all of that contact information you'll find by clicking on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and also looking at the description that's attached to every video that I post. I will see you all again soon, and as always, until then, Scorpio, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.